Hello guys, welcome back to the pull-up program. This week we're on week 4, so we're just progressing again a little further with what we hit over the previous week. So this week, part A for your weighted pull-ups, so that's the pull-ups adding some weight with a dumbbell, the vest or the chain with the added weight. 3 sets of 3, aiming for 65% of your 1 rep max. If you're scaling, it's 3 sets of 3 this week with a 6-second negative. So from the top, taking 6 seconds to get down to elbows locked out. As I've mentioned every single week, you should know by now. I feel like I'm banging my head against a brick wall. If not, just try and progress from what you did last week. So if it wasn't at 65% last week, just try and add 2 kilograms from what you did last week for the 3 sets of 3. Okay. Again, as these negatives are coming down in reps, the seconds are going up, so it's technically getting harder because you're doing a 6-second negative rather than 5 seconds. But for this, if 3 reps with the 6-second negative feels really easy, then maybe do 5 sets of 3 or maybe 3 sets of 5 reps with the negatives. Play it by ear a little bit with that. There's a bit more to play around with there. Obviously, with the weights and things, it kind of is what it is. I wouldn't recommend doing more reps and sets with the weighted ones, but for the negative ones, if you feel like this is too easy, then add a couple of reps or add 2 more sets, do 5 sets of 3 rather than 3 sets of 3. That's fine, just as long as it doesn't affect you for part B. Part B, EMOM 10. Again, this week we're at 60% of our max set, so the example I use is if your max set of pull-ups is 10, 60%, you're going to do 6 reps on the minute for 10 minutes. Obviously, this is getting to the point now where it's quite tough. A lot of the guys that are following it, they might start off at 6 and then by minute 4, they're down to 5, and then by minute 6, they're down to 4 maybe. That's just an example, but that's fine. That's fine. Again, just as long as you're making a note every week of what you're doing, even if you're, say last week you did 5 reps and then by minute 5 you were down to 4, well then maybe go 5 reps again and try and do 7 minutes with the 5 reps, and then you know that you've progressed a little bit each week. All we're looking for is just a little bit of progression each week, okay? Part C, seated sled pull. So that's going to be sat on the floor or sat on a box, pulling a sled. So you've got a sled at the other end, rope attached, bit of weight on, and pull, not using momentum, but just squeezing from the elbow. You're going to superset that with a dumbbell reverse fly, okay? 12 reps of that, 25 feet on the sled pull. I've put there, obviously not every gym's going to have a rope and a sled that you're going to be able to pull, so if not, you're just going to do alternating dumbbell rows, so that's just getting yourself in that bent over row position, dumbbells or kettlebells, and just row with one, and then row with the other, alternating 12 on each arm. But like I say, if you've got a sled, hit that. Don't use momentum, just squeeze from the elbow, pull, trying to utilize the back. Superset, 12 reps straight in, dumbbell reverse fly, 4 sets of that. Just have a couple of minutes rest in between. So do 1, straight into your flyers, then say have like 2 minutes rest, go again. And then part D, lat pull downs, 4 sets of 8 to 12. If you've got a lat pull down machine. Again, with that, make sure you're progressing each week if you are doing lat pull downs. That might just be the weight. So last week you might have done 12 reps at 35 kilos. Maybe try 12 reps at 40 this week. So there's your session. We've had a few people get their very first pull-up, which is pretty cool. You know, by week 4, for people to be getting their first strict pull-up is wicked, and that's perfect. It proves that it's working. Just spending like once or twice a week on a specific thing, just consistency, and people are getting those reps. Okay, so commit and you'll get results from it. As always guys, if you've got any questions, let me know. If not, get after it. See you next week for week 5. Take it easy.